Join me as I dive deep into a mystery so dark, I'm challenging myself to uncover the secrets hidden in this Netflix show. A story filled with silence, unanswered questions, and a truth that feels deliberately buried. What you're about to hear is not just a mystery, it's a puzzle that refuses to be solved. Every year, millions of people vanish across the world. Some are found, some return home, but an unsettling number of cases are never fully explained. No arrests, no confessions, no closure. And while most of these stories belong to the real world, some of the darkest mysteries exist in fiction. Stories so realistic and so disturbing that they feel uncomfortably close to reality. Tonight, we're opening one of those stories. Netflix has released countless mystery series over the years. Stories about disappearances, broken families, and quiet towns hiding dangerous secrets. But one fictional series stands apart. Not because of monsters, not because of excessive violence, but because nothing is ever truly resolved. There is no clear villain, no final answer, only fragments of truth scattered like evidence no one wants to collect. This is a mystery too dark to be solved. The story begins in a small coastal town, the kind of place where everyone knows each other, where routines never change, where life moves slowly and predictably, a town where people feel safe, until one night someone disappears, not a criminal, not an outsider, but a respected member of the community, a person with no history of running away, no known enemies, no reason to vanish. Their home is found unlocked, the lights are still on, their phone sits on the kitchen table. There are no signs of a struggle, no blood, no forced entry, and yet they are gone. From that moment, the town begins to unravel. What starts as a simple missing person case slowly transforms into something far more disturbing. Because the deeper investigators dig, the more the truth seems to resist being uncovered. The town itself feels like a character. Fog drifts through empty streets at night. Old houses stand silently, watching. On the surface, everything appears calm. But underneath, tension simmers. Old grudges, unspoken relationships, secrets shared by everyone, yet spoken by no one. The missing person had lived here their entire life. They knew every street, every shortcut, every face. And apparently, the people knew something about them too, but no one was talking. As the investigation begins, key figures emerge. The missing individual is described as quiet and intelligent, someone observant, someone who noticed details others ignored. They kept records, notes, personal journals. But when investigators search the home, none of these are found. It's as if someone removed them carefully, deliberately. Then there's the investigator, an outsider brought in to help when the local police hit. A dead end, calm, methodical, emotionally distant. They approach the case like a puzzle rather than a tragedy, and that emotional distance soon becomes unsettling. Finally, there's the family, broken, divided, guarded. Each family member remembers the missing person differently. One insists they were happy. Another claims they were deeply troubled. A third suggests they were planning to leave town. Their stories don't align. Contradictions appear almost immediately. At first, the explanation seems simple. Maybe the person left voluntarily. Maybe they needed a fresh start. Maybe there was an accident. But every theory collapses under scrutiny. There are no financial withdrawals, no packed belongings, no goodbye messages. And yet, subtle clues suggest the disappearance was planned, but planned by whom remains unclear. As the series progresses, it stops asking what happened. Instead, it begins asking why no one wants answers. Witnesses change their statements. Timelines shift. Memories feel rehearsed rather than recalled. One neighbor claims to have seen a car leaving late at night. Another insists the street was empty. Security cameras malfunction at convenient times. Police reports are incomplete. Evidence goes missing. And then comes the moment that changes everything. An anonymous letter arrives. No return address, no fingerprints, just one sentence. You are looking in the wrong place. There is no threat, no explanation. But after the letter arrives, the investigation begins to slow. Witnesses stop cooperating. Local officials push to close the case. Files quietly disappear. That's when it becomes clear. This isn't just about a missing person. It's about a system protecting itself. Midway through the series, a hidden room is discovered, a space no one knew existed. Inside are newspaper clippings, old photographs, handwritten notes, evidence that the missing person had been investigating something themselves, something involving Mult. IPL people in the town, something that goes back decades. Suddenly, the victim is no longer just a victim. They were searching for truth, and whatever they found may have cost them their life. As the mystery deepens, every major suspect seems to have an alibi, not individually, but collectively. They were covering for each other, not out of fear, but out of loyalty or guilt, or both. The disappearance was not the act of one person. It was the result of a shared decision, a silent agreement. In the final episodes, viewers expect answers, a confession, an arrest, a body. Instead, they get silence. The investigator leaves town, the case remains officially open, and the final image lingers on the ocean, endlessly moving, as if the truth itself has been swallowed. No explanation, no justice, only questions. What makes this series unforgettable is not what it shows, but what it refuses to explain. There is no villain, because the villain is collective. There is no resolution, because some systems do not want closure. And that is what makes it terrifying, because it feels possible. This mystery does not offer comfort. It does not tie loose ends. Instead, it mirrors real life, where not every case is solved, where truth can be buried, and where silence can be louder than answers. That is why this story remains one of the darkest mysteries on Netflix. If you have watched this series, I want to hear your theory. What do you think really happened? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if there are other dark mysteries you would like me to uncover next, let me know. This is True Crime Vault, and some secrets never stay buried.